Herrera. Today I am going to speak about the moonshot. Did men land on the moon in 1969? I hope you enjoy this video. This dream starts in 1865 when Jules Verne writes From the Earth to the Moon. Next, in October 4th, in 1902, in the United States of America, George Méliès directed the film A Trip to the Moon. And finally, in July 20th, in 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon and walked along the Sea of Tranquility for the first time in the human history. In the words of Armstrong, the first landing was one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. I love rockets and starships since I was a child, and sometimes I search for more information about these topics on the internet. Some years ago, an old friend of mine told me that the moonshot was a lie, something like this picture. Years later, I watched a video supposedly recorded on the moon where the astronauts explored the ruins of an ancient hangar, but recently I realized that the video was a fake. At that point, I decided to research the Apollo missions and the NASA space program and found many conspiracy theories and mysteries surrounding the epic event. To make a long story short, I have developed 4 possible cases based on the information that I found. For every case, I am going to show you some probabilities or reasons why the case could be true and also an image to illustrate the case, but not necessarily to represent it, unless you let your imagination fly. Alright, here's the case number 1 is no, men never landed on the moon in July 20th in 1969. And here are the reasons. First reason is the Van Halen belts. Van Halen belts over the Earth are highly radioactive, so then humans can't survive to such exposure, even in space rockets, such as the Apollo 11. Okay, there is the reason number 2. Reason number 2, JFK, the President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, covered up a plan of the secret government to steal the space program's money. The third reason, the lie of the moon landing was the perfect TV show to propel the satellite TV industry all over the world. The fourth reason is that someone between the aliens, the Russians, or the Nazis owned the moon before the lie took place in 1969. Okay, and the fifth reason, the United States government and NASA invented the story only to state that they settled the moon before Russia. Okay, here's the case number 2. The case number 2 is yes, men landed on the moon in July 20th in 1969. Okay, if yes, Maybe because the first option, they went to the moon to create secret bases of the secret government elite of the New World Order. For example, the movie Elysium. Or option number two, they landed on the moon just for scientific purposes. Option number three is they went to the moon to destroy existent alien bases. And the fourth option, they went to the moon to look for abandoned ancient ruins. For example, the movie Transformers Dark of the Moon. Okay, and there is the fifth option to say yes, we went to the moon. We went to the moon to win the space race, settling and win the war against Russia. Do you remember the Cold War? Alright. But if they went to the moon, why they never come back? And here are the options. They don't come back because there's no budget to more trips nor to support space programs anymore. The second option is NASA found the ancient ruins or something, but they don't accept it publicly. And the third option, they realized that someone between the aliens, the Russians or the Nazis, owned the moon before they landed on it in 1969. Okay, that was the case if yes, we landed on the moon. The case number three is no, men landed on the moon in further Apollo missions after the Apollo 11 mission. Why? Because here's the option number one. Because previous missions as the Apollo 11 failed, but NASA doesn't reveal the information to save the space programs. Or option number two, NASA went for scientific purposes to test atomic bombs or build secret military bases. For the case number four, no, men landed on the moon in previous secret missions. We'll come back to the first image of the trip to the moon from 1902. In my opinion, NASA landed on the moon before July 20th, before 1969, and the official film of the landing is not a fake, but an American TV show as every TV program made in the United States. Anyway, today I'm not going to develop this theory. Say the Russians are developing a program to build the first habitable lunar base soon. And finally, I recommend you to watch the documentary Room 237 because it has interesting things regarding the moon landing. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.